Hello YouTube, it's BirdOPrey5. Sorry I was a little late there. The game actually crashed the first time I loaded it. I suppose it's because I had some new and untested mods, so I had to go ahead and disable them. But we are back. Now the city has not changed, the visible part, from no Zethon. It's not that type of show. The city hasn't changed above ground since the last time, at least not the main city. But to stop the awkward breaks of silence where I was really doing nothing but laying pipes, I've gone ahead and actually totally laid water pipes across the entire map. That even out here, just in case. That will save us a lot of time doing nonsense work that doesn't really need to be done. We'll still have to keep an eye out on water and sewage use, but the pipes are done. The other interesting thing I had to do, if you remember, this highway had stopped work, was broken, because when I was creating the map, I accidentally hooked up roads going the wrong way, and like this road was one way in the wrong direction, as was this one, so all traffic had to turn. I'm actually gonna go ahead and start the game, and we'll see if traffic eventually starts using this highway. It takes a while because cars that are already on the road will not start using a new lane. We have to wait for cars that are spawned new to start using any new roads you put out. It's only in very rare cases will they use a new road. Okay, so you see it's a good sign. We've got traffic coming in from the outside, so it's a very good sign that in the not too distant future we will have cars that are going to leave as well. Now, one kind of weird issue is that since I had already started playing the game, I could not I did not know if I could safely delete the road all the way at the edge, because it has these special connectors that have it going in and out of the map. So I actually had to leave these in place, and they're backwards. So what I did was edit the road right here, so the left lane becomes the right lane and vice versa. So really this is kind of like we're sending our cars to England, UK, some type of nation where they drive on the opposite side of the street, which is kind of interesting. It's not the end of the world, because there are places like that you do have to switch sides of traffic, and that's more or less how they do it. So yeah, because the map uses standard American drive on the right side of the road, right hand drive, I believe it's called, or right side drive. So yeah, so that's been fixed, and the water's been fixed so that we don't have to deal with it anymore, and that will save us a lot of time. Joe spent all afternoon laying pipe. Actually, Z thought I spent all night last night laying pipe. I wanted to get to sleep early, but I was up till 10:30 again, laying those water pipes. It was a long night, a long day. Thomas Potts says, sorry he's late. No problem, Thomas. Welcome to the stream. Zethon spooned you? Whatever. I still can't place that train station. I have all the requirements. You said that it needed a DLC. Do you have... A DLC is basically the add-on you had to buy, like maybe mass transit or something add-on. Do you have that add-on? Because if you don't have that add-on, then it's certainly not going to work. Zethon says you can't flip the direction. You can flip the direction of roads, but what I'm not sure, because I'm using a mod, I have to use a mod to edit outside the map area, the 25 tiles. I'm not sure if switching the road direction would have switched the outside connector or not. I think that outside connection might be like a separate piece of coding than the road itself. So rather than risk completely screwing up the highway, I said, you know, screw it, we'll just swap lanes, because I don't really care. I mean, it's off the main map, nobody's gonna care. Doesn't hurt anything. Yeah, I don't know if it would work on the edge or not. That was the whole thing, and I didn't want to risk it not working and screw up the map, because I actually had already laid all the pipes by the time I thought to fix the highway. Thomas Potts says yes, you can flip, asking him why he doesn't. Maybe you can't flip at the very edge. Darth Raven, hello Darth. Where are the bodies hidden? And Thomas Potts says yes, he has the mass transit DLC. I'm really not sure, Thomas. If you want to send me a link on Discord to the train station, I'll go ahead and try to install it later and see if it works for me. That's the only thing I can think of right now. So let's check in on the city. It's not very big yet. We've got a garbage issue over here. And I was a little concerned about that, because these roads, these dead ends, they do not make for great means of getting around the city. Here is our low density commercial zone. Now I did go ahead and download some requested low density commercial buildings. I don't know if any of them are showing up yet, but let's say they will stick out if they do. There's a McDonald's. Gonna make that historical. so we keep at least one McDonald's in the town. What do we got here? Oh, yeah. There's one of them. It's too bad this building's in the way. But, there we go. You can see what that says. So this was DJ Odyssey's building. No, that is definitely not a pharmacy. Cities Skylines. We'll call it. I don't know how to spell Odyssey. Can you believe that? Alexa, how do you spell Odyssey?
Odyssey is spelled O-D-Y-S-S-E-Y.
I think that's it. So we got DJ Odyssey's building put in here. We'll go ahead and make that historical too, so that doesn't change. So we got our two historical buildings, corner to corner. What is that? Looks like some type of something. Here's a high school. Oh, a high school is always good to have a few lots down. Okay. Oh, and two pancake houses right next to each other. They must do some business. Zethon says, yes, Joe, we know you spent all night laying pipe. Hashtag braggart. Dart says, are the errors, or is it just modern time? It's modern time. It's not like SimCity where, especially the old SimCity, where you started off in like the 1900s or something, and the cities got more modern as you went. They're all modern. Thank you for spelling Odyssey for me. Call it the Pink Bunny. Yeah, that is a better name. Thank you, Thomas. I'll go ahead and check that out after. Okay, you're right. We've gotta change the name. DJ Odyssey's Pink Bunny. That'll get all the kids there. The high schoolers. Okay. So we need to expand. That is what cities need to do. You will see I am in crippling debt. That's because I did go ahead and pay out for all those water pipes that all have a small amount of maintenance fee. But when you're paying for pipes over the entire map, it adds up. So yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be before we make a profit here. Okay, so here's my thoughts. We have highway coming in. I want to turn this highway, and I want it to go up the more or less the middle of this map, so we have a main thoroughfare. And that from there we can connect to other sections and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that first. And then later we can break it up as needed. That is not what I wanted. I should have been on... nope, now you see I'm on destroy. Okay. So we are making approximately a 90-degree turn. Okay. Now we'll do a straight road. And of course, just like I said, I did not want to put down too many decorations because I was afraid I'd run a highway through it. And sure enough, the first thing I want to do is run a highway through some decorations. Also, you know what? Let's raise the highway, because this way we can run streets underneath it. Slope is not too steep. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So I think we're gonna do a weird bypass here. Yeah. That's... no way that'll cause problems. So we just have this historical area. That's kinda... we kind of go around, because of course that happens in real life. Perfect. Perfect. Now we'll go back to some straight highway, and we'll run this way up the map. There we go. And we've got to go ahead and run another one all the way back down the map. Boom. Boom. Okay, we don't need... I wish I could shut that off for the first hour of the game. I don't need Cities Skylines Twitter. Okay, well, we've got this highway here. I don't want to waste so much time just working on highways, but you know what? It's something we should get out of the way. No, we'll come back to it. So, you know what? Screw this. We're expanding down this main road. Is it daylight? Yes, it's becoming daylight. Good. Because I want to put in some trees, some forestry. But let us start. Yeah, let's start with the forest. Forest industry. This whole area is gonna become it's gonna become a forest industrial area. Now to do that, we gotta put down an industrial district. So, oh, we could make this ore. We do have plenty of ore. You know what? We can do forestry. Forestry is clean enough that it can be built near homes. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make this an ore district. Because that is loud and dirty, and we really don't want that happening near homes. So we've got to lay down some big roads. I personally like to use one-way roads for industry areas. Just it kind of helps keep the traffic flowing. We'll do like a big loop. Now, do I want to connect it here or bring it up? Yeah, let's bring it up. Boom. Okay. So we've got our big loop here. Now we've got to put in some smaller roads. But there's still going to be a fair amount of traffic. So let's put in a couple like that, and we'll see what we've got left. Okay, so we got to go to garbage and industry, forestry, farming, ore industry. We need an ore industry main building. It doesn't have to be anywhere specific, but I like to put it near the beginning of the industry area. So we'll put it there. Now that designates this whole area as ore area. Now we've got workers barracks, which we'll want to throw in later. Maintenance building. Those are small buildings. What we really need to get are mines. And sure, why not? The large ore mine. That is the best option. Now it's gonna create a fair amount of traffic. Space already occupied. No. There we go. Boom. 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 Okay, now we've got, oh, there's sea mining ore too? I didn't even think of that. I don't think I put any ore under the sea. Grinding mill, that's later. Let's see. Underground mine. Yeah. Boom. Boom. That was nobody. Boom. Boom. That's a fair amount of mining. Now we need some of these other buildings. This needs to be placed inside the industrial area. Some buildings don't need to be in the industrial area. This glass needs to be in the we may have to expand the industrial area. Fiberglass plant. Yeah, we're gonna have to expand the industrial area. Okay, now these storage things do not, these can be placed outside the industrial area. Okay. And what the hell is this? I have no idea what that is. Had to be something I downloaded. Okay. Let's go ahead and expand our industrial area. A bit. We'll bring it down here. We'll bring it all the way over to the water. Okay. Okay, let's put down some more big roads. go. Okay. Gonna pause this because I see I broke some power cords, power lines here. Okay, that is no help to anyone because that did not follow the lay of the land. No, it's... Why is it building a bridge? We don't want a bridge. We want it... I guess it's too steep for such a big road. We'll do a smaller road. Yeah, that works. Okay. Okay. So let us get rid of this power line because it'll just be in the way now. Okay. So we've got our ore mines. We now let us put down nope, wrong place. Let's put down some worker barracks. Of course, they don't fit up there. They do fit down here. Oh. Oh, they don't fit down there without destroying some of the industry that's already there. But, industry tends to grow back. They'll deal with it. So now having maintenance barracks does increase the overall efficiency of the mines and everything else we're going to put down. We need at least one maintenance building. Is there some place here? Yeah. I wish the ore, the industry area of fog wouldn't be here. I'd be much easier to see where I can place buildings. But that's what we're stuck with. Okay. Now these things, the grinding mill will actually make products we can export. I mean, we can export just plain ore, but we're better off if we have some mills and some things to process. Come on, there's got to be some place I can put this building. Space already occupied. Look at all this free space. Come on. This has to fit somewhere. Let's see. Fiberglass plant, sure. If it fits, I'm happy. Okay, now storage. Storage can be in the area, but it doesn't have to be. In fact, storage is probably better really close to the port. So yeah, let's put those things over there. Raw mineral storage. There we go. Okay. Now we actually have these guys should have power. We will. Okay, you know what we need to do now is I need to draw a regular district over the same area, more or less, as the specialized industry, because this is how industry was done before the industry's DLC was released just a few months ago. Industry was actually a lot easier. You just painted a district and then you went ahead and went to industrial specifications, and you said, okay, this is going to be an ore industry area, and you would just then fill it with yellow industrial zoning, and the game would take care of literally everything. It would decide how much mines and everything else you actually needed. And yeah, it was annoying in one way because you couldn't make a nice mine the way you wanted it. You couldn't put down fancy equipment. But on the other hand, it was one less thing to worry about. As long as you had room and good roads, it was happy. Okay, we're having garbage issues. We're having police issues. I guess it's time to put down a serious police station. Did I really get rid of... Did I kill my biggest police station? Oh, I did. That is terrible. Okay, we'll have to get that back. But for now, we will do a police headquarters. That does a significant amount of protection. And of course, industry demand has fallen completely. That basically means we need more people. Garbage, really? Garbage is piling up? This can't handle it? Okay, so we're gonna need to put down more garbage capacity. These are very similar. Just fancier looking. This is a garbage truck capacity of 15. This has a garbage truck capacity of 40. And this has a garbage capacity truck of 60. So that is why I prefer it. So boom. That's got to. That really has. It is unbelievable that there's so much of a garbage issue here when the garbage thing is here and it's only got 8 trucks out of 60 in use. What is going on? You know what? I need to go edit the budget. Policies. I could check policies too. Conserve energy. Moderately reduced electricity consumption. Upkeep 5 cents per building. Or dollars, whatever that is. I think we'll have plenty of power. Screw saving energy. Cut those shower times in half. No, this is not going to be a smelly European city. We'll have them take nice long hot showers. Smoke detector distribution, that I do like. A pet ban. Who would ever institute a pet ban? I hope that if anybody ever clicks that, it's like the secret way of destroying your city. You get hit by nothing but earthquakes and other disasters. That is totally crazy. Recycling. Recycling is a big part of environmental sustainability. It also helps keep the neighborhood looking tidy. With a small investment in recycling technologies and waste containers, you can make your city neat. Slightly reduced garbage accumulation, slightly reduced tax income. Well, that sounds like a win-win. We're gonna do the recycling. A smoking ban? No. People want to smoke or not smoke. That is their prerogative in this city. Parks and recreation. Make your parks and plazas the envy of the country. You had me at that. I'm not even going to keep reading. Yes, we're going to do that. An education boost. Boost the education budget and make young adults automatically choose education over working. Prioritizes education over working for young adults. You know, I don't think we want to do that yet. Later, when we become a more modern city, maybe. But for right now, I think we need to get those kids out of the house and into the factories. Recreational use. No, we know what this means. We are not allowing it. Free public transportation. There's no public transportation. So it's kind of free already, isn't it? Schools out. The citizens would prefer working over educated, and only small portion of the eligible citizens will go to study in the university. No, we'll let them choose what they want to do. Harsh prison sentences. Prison sentences are twice as long as usual, and harsh verdicts keep the worst felons off the streets for longer. Double the usual prison sentences. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Extra insulation. Buildings require less energy for heating. Well, this is not a winter map, so it doesn't matter. Electricity for heat, those are winter map options. Helicopter priority. If emergencies are on areas with this policy on, services will always use helicopters instead of ground vehicles. No, that doesn't make sense. Prefer ferries. We don't have any ferries yet. High ticket prices. Educational blimps. Recycle plastic. Recycling centers work with plus 20% efficiency. Did we enable recycling centers? We did. Sure. Whatever. We'll recycle plastic. We'll be good. Prefer parks. Tourists in the area choose to visit parks more often than unique buildings. Park plazas and areas draw 10% more visitors. No. Do we want them going to parks? Well, we can actually make money off parks. But we don't have any parks yet. Yeah, whatever. We'll do parks. We'll do parks maintenance. Free Wi-Fi. Sure. Whatever. Automated sorting. Automated postal sorting. Oh, right. There's now post offices. I never use the post office, but we'll deal with it. Taxation. We'll leave that. City planning. Yeah, we want lightning rods. That's good. We are not going to do the Alexandria Asterio Cortez electric car mandate. Filter industrial waste. Why? There's so much empty land. Boost connections. Yeah, I think we need more connections. Workers union. Nope. Automated tolls. Yeah, if we decide to build tolls, we're going to want automated tolls. VIP areas for the shelters. Any and all shelters in the policy area are reserved only for citizens living in the policy area. Oof. No. That'd be an issue. Fast recovery. Emergency response units do not search for survivors. But, oh no, we don't want to get that. Encourage biking? Why? So people can die on their bikes? No. NIMBY? What the no loud music in the night. Leisure specialization areas will close for the night. Reduces noise pollution. No, I think that's the whole point. High-tech housing. Turn homes into much cooler smart homes to raise land value around them. No, they sound like they would be hack. I think that's good. And let us adjust the budget. We want to put a lot more money. Now, it is always better to raise the budget for electricity, water, garbage than it is to build more of those things. So let's max out all of our budgets because it's proven, at least I've been told, that it's more efficient than building multiple hospitals or multiple schools. I mean, you still obviously need more schools and police stations, but that it's more efficient to increase the budget to the max. So we'll go ahead and do that. We only have to do that once. Okay, now let's see. This guy is complaining not enough workers. Yes, I know we need more people in the city, especially near the construction work. Traffic is heavy but moving. We've got a lot of goods coming in. Well, not so many coming in. Let's see how many leave. There we go. Well, we're exporting a solid amount of goods. Why does this still have garbage? Industrial area. Total profit. We're making almost $9,000 a week in profit from the industrial area. So yeah, that's a nice profit. I don't know why it fell to 1,000, but whatever, it's still profit. Profit is profit. I think that's a Ferengi rule of acquisition. Okay, you know what? We need some, I hate to say it, but some cheap housing here for the factory workers that probably can't afford one of those nicer houses that are on the other side of the map. So we're gonna have to go ahead and like literally put down some dirt roads. Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna build these dirt roads. Are great for the I don't want to say low class housing, but certainly low cost housing. The property values won't get too high. Now we do want to buffer it a bit from the industrial, so we will give them their own section of low density commercial as a buffer here. And we'll do these as low density residential. Let us do for people who want to get off this circle and go the other way, we will do a one-way road to here, just in case anyone wants to go that way. Yeah, we got some cars using it. Hopefully it'll reduce the traffic here. Well, that was the other thing I saw. I think I saw a stop sign or a street light somewhere. One of these traffic circles. Somewhere. I saw things slowing down. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of that. Sure we are. Why are the limits here? How did I hide these before? And that doesn't want to work. Great. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna leave that for now. Have to fix the mods. Okay, I did want to connect a road here. Let us do a road here. We will then tunnel and we will come up to there. So we've got some roads to connect the two halves of the city, besides the circle. And I know this wasn't a particularly fancy update today, but we did get a lot of industry, so the next time we will be doing the much more interesting residential and commercial, and maybe we'll do some public transportation. Let's look at bask in the glory of what we've created so far. I will go to the comments because I know it's been a while. Thomas Potts says one of those pancake houses, of the two pancake houses before, is a mob front. Well, we'll never know which one. Darth Raven says, any words on how the Crawfords are doing? Darth, I don't know if you saw on the website, Anti-Tracker posted a couple of updates in a new forum called the Captain's Log. He talked about the latest updates with his mother-in-law and her condition. To be blunt, it is bad. She's not expected to survive. He also released a video this morning titled Should Captain Marvel Use Gillette Razors or something? But the first 5 minutes or so of that, he does go more into the situation. So if you're interested, I suggest you watch the video and read the forum. Zethon says, how do I get to name a building? Thomas Potts says, give him $900. Zethon, for you, you can give me just 800. You're a good friend. Zeta said, raise just 1 unit. Brave. I always raise just 2. Just for good measure. Wow, Joe is using a roundabout. You know who uses roundabouts? Europeans. AKA communists. Yes. Yes, Zethon, I actually mentioned that when I put the roundabouts down the other day. I felt a little dirty. Hello, 0XX. Welcome to the stream. No idea if you're still here. If you are, you'll notice it takes me a while to get to comments. I do apologize. I don't constantly watch the comments. They're on a tablet near me. They're not on my screen, so they're a little harder to follow than for most people. But welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. I am still learning. This is only my second real stream of building the city, so I'll get better, I promise. Zethon just explained it. Darth Raven says, I'm European, and I'm not a communist. I'm an a-hole. Zethon says, that's your internalized communism speaking. And Darth admits his government is SJW. Zethon says Swedish. Darth says Irish. Zethon said, I spent a good amount of time in Ireland. Loved it there. Whereabouts? asked Darth. Dublin. But I had the opportunity to drive all over. Loved Galway and the cliffs of Moher. I'm tempted to stream Joe playing on my TV while I play my own game. Go ahead, Zethon. If that makes you happy. Whatever. Darth says he's down in Waterford. Zethon says, I believe I went through there when I went to Cork. Cork County, Ireland. That is where our brand Michael Collins Irish whiskey was being distilled when I worked for that company. Zethon says, I remember my co-workers telling me not to go to Cork. They said it was called Stab City. Darth says you would have to get there from Dublin. Zethon says, but this was 2003. I'm sure it's changed quite a bit since. Darth says, ha ha ha. Everywhere is taken over the name Stab City over the years. Cork, Waterford, Limerick, now it's Dublin. Zethon says, Ireland is the greenest place I've ever been to. Thomas Potts said, some nut made a forum on anti-tracker website of Bird of Prey 5 quotes. I haven't seen this yet, Thomas. But would this nut's initials be TP? Darth says you were very green, especially we're very green, especially after a storm. James Pace Photography says nuke the city. We don't nuke a city before we're done with it, or unless we get really, really angry. Thomas Pont says, if a nuke plant blows up, what happens? It's a good question, Thomas. I don't know. I haven't actually ever used a nuke plant in the city. Maybe we'll do that in this one, just to see what happens. Thomas Pod says a liberal would do a pet ban. Well, it depends on the liberal, Thomas. Some liberals love animals. A lot of people, liberal or not, but quite a few liberals I know love animals very much. So they would most certainly not do a pet ban. Yes, you can make policies for separate neighborhoods. I know I could put down a district and then set policies just for that district. And I do that sometimes, but I haven't done it yet in this game. Zethon says conservatives would ban pets if the pets were liberal. Sure. Thomas Potts says, get the kids out of the house and put them to the factories. Is this one of the quotes that are in that nut created a forum about? Or a post on the forum? The Zethon is saying I'm a socialist for free Wi-Fi. Zethon, it's not about socialism. It's about spying on the people. You know, so we want to know what everyone's up to. If they want to use my Wi-Fi. Why are there more people still on the highway? I gotta find out what highway that is. Oh my god. Anyway, if they want to use my so-called free Wi-Fi and they don't realize that I am using their data and stuff for it, just like in the real world, that is their problem. Thomas Potts says, oh no, Luke Favark says, hi everyone. And Zethon says, speaking of socialists, because Luke is French, more French than me. Thomas Potts says, hi Luke. Zethon says, why won't he let the workers unionize? Because, Zethon, it's not 1910. We already have worker safety legislation. We don't need unions to hold the city hostage like is happening in LA right now. You know, I have no problem if they want to protest. I don't even have a problem if they want to strike. But the minute they stop letting other people go to work because they're afraid that they're going to lose their jobs and whatnot, that's when they've crossed the line. I would have every one of those teachers that were blocking the substitutes from getting into school arrested, and I would not dismiss the charges. I'd put them all through the system, and then if they got convicted, they'd be fired. So then they wouldn't have to worry about striking anymore. Luke says, I checked my expenses for the last 30 days. Gave about 280 euros to the tip jar. Time to make cuts in the turd support. Well, Luke, that's more than I've given in any given month. Zethon says, when I play with infinite money, I always reduce the taxes to the lowest. I make the roads in front of ports one way. I didn't know you could make them one way. Thomas Potts says, boat logic. Oh, there's a ship already there. Well, we're gonna go in. Marlena says, Foley is streaming too. Screw Foley. Actually, Marlena, I noticed it just before, because I was about to stream, but the game crashed. So I had to relaunch the game, which took another like 10 minutes to get it all set up. And then in that 10 minutes, I saw Foley started streaming, Trek Yards started streaming, and I was like, I hate streaming when one of the other popular channels is streaming, because let's face it, we don't get a hell of a lot of people here comparatively anyway. But I just oh no, that place is on fire. How can sand be on fire? And I don't know if there's a fire station over there. You know what? We'll let them deal with it. I'll check it out after I'm done with the comments. Yeah, and yesterday I streamed during Trek Yards also, but they were talking about Discovery, so I didn't think anyone would mind. I didn't get to see what they were talking about today. Zethan says, how do you build cheap housing? Well, I guess you just zone it next to a coal plant. Look at that traffic jam. Yeah, basically, you don't give them parks, you don't give them schools. They barely have fire and police coverage. And they're near dirty industry and all that type of stuff. They're on dirt roads. It just, you know, it's low-cost housing. Marlena Monroe says, that's a heck of a traffic jam. Thomas Potts asks, am I still here? It seems like you are. Marlena says you are. Oh, good. Thomas Potts says he cannot confirm or deny that the initials of the person who created a thread in the forum about crazy Bird of Prey 5 quotes. Initials are indeed TP. Thomas Potts says, how do you make one-way roads on roads already part of a building? That's exactly what I want to know, Thomas, because I was never able to do it, personally. Foley is just unpacking a mystery box. Loot box, I believe. Not very interesting. Oh, well, in that case. Wait, is that fire on fire? Or is that just fire part of the... I think I need to check. Where was this? Yeah, those trees are on fire. Where are the fire? Where's the fire department? And now they've burned themselves out. Why are there trees growing in the mine to begin with? Shouldn't they have been cleared? Still don't have enough workers? I mean, you can set it to one way going to and one way on the other side, but then that basically just means that half the road doesn't get used. And to be honest, I've done that a number of times on some ports, but like right now it doesn't seem like there'd be any advantage to doing that here. It's dark here. Let's see how these houses are going. Look at the what happened? Why is there a tree in the middle of the road? Are the trees not disappearing for some reason? I know I didn't have anarchy on when I built all this. I mean, I understand I wanted it to be an inexpensive neighborhood, but I didn't want trees growing in the streets. Yeah, somebody's sick here. They're taking him out to the ambulance. They're going to a hospital. Why are you stopped at a light? You're an ambulance. Transporting patient for treatment. Run the light. Put on your siren. Oh my God. And there's more trees in the road. Ugh. Man, I do not want to be that patient. This is some drive to the hospital. I wonder if it's even going to make it to the hospital. Might just disappear before it gets there. In which case, the citizen just disappears. Oh, they made it. Well, he's gonna be okay, people. He's gonna be okay. And I just clicked off the map. We're back. Looks like trees are on fire. I wanted a one-way road for the airport. The cars don't seem to mind the trees, though. No, they most certainly don't. Which I suppose is a good thing. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to go ahead and call it here today. Next time, episode 3, we are going to expand some of this residential and commercial and get some fancier stuff. I'd like to put down some unique buildings. Maybe we'll build a beautiful park somewhere. Episode 2 was mostly just industrial stuff we had to get done. So let's leave it at that. Apparently people are not big fans of 2-hour-long City Skyline videos. The YouTubers who really play this for fun, and their videos tend to be 20 to 30 minutes long, maybe 45 to 60 if they're doing it live and not editing it down. So, and Doomcock just went live, and it's Harvey's stream. So I know we're all gonna go watch that. So Qapla all, take care, and I guess I will see you on Doomcock's stream. Let's not forget to save the game. I'm saving it in the backup slot, and oh right, please remember to share, like, subscribe, click that bell icon, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, put post-its, print this out, print out the URL to the channel, put it on the in your local shopping center or supermarket. Quiznos used to have like a community bulletin board. I don't know if they still exist. If they do, pin it up there. Get the word out on the channel. You'll have my thanks, and the family will owe you one. And prayers to Anti-Tracker. Family at this time. Take care.